Hi there folks, welcome back to Road Atlanta, where we're here for the mid-race update of the Road Atlanta 10 hour for the Australian Endurance Championship. When we left you last, we were under safety car and we're under safety car again, and maybe Adrian can fill us in on what's going on.
Yeah, hi viewers, hi Bernie here, welcome back. And unfortunately car number 399 got caught involved in a bit of an incident in turn 6, and a bit of I think it was All Stars Motorsport was trying to overtake him, lost control. Alex had nowhere to go, he stopped, and then Team TD Racing car number 137 came around the corner, and there were some cars in the road on the racing line and crashed into Delta's Sim Sports there, and man, that poor old Audi started crabbing and he couldn't drive it back, so that's why the safety car's out, because he couldn't drive his poor old Audi back, Bernie.
Oh, that's a shame. That car was so strong earlier on today, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. Got it back to the pits, and looks like they had a quick repair there, so we'll see where they end up, but that's probably put them down a fair way on the leaderboard, I would suspect.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the leaderboard shortly. Since we left, folks, we had another safety car apart from this, and it looks like the poor G&T racing car was involved in another incident which brought out the other safety car, so that's another car that's been in the wars today.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. Once you sort of get involved in sort of some incidents, your team seems to follow you through, so it's just one of those days for these guys. If it doesn't rain, it pours, so yeah, just a bit of bad luck today. Yeah,
and there's a post-race investigation on All Stars Motorsports, the 218. A protest has been lodged against that, so that's post-race investigation. A couple of other cars out there that have had penalties. The 230 caused contact with the 399, they had a drive-through. The 340 Arm Racing also had a drive-through, and Carnet TDR, the 137, we saw that with no front end earlier. That's been repaired, but they also had a drive-through for contact with another car out there.
Yeah, it's been full on this race, hasn't it, Bernie? It's been a crazy old time out here at Road Atlanta, but I think that was going to happen considering the start we had. So crazy race, and I don't think any time soon it's going to settle down.
No, that's right. And before we get back onto green, let's go through the top three standings of each class. So looking at Class A at the moment, Synergy Sim Racing, the number 130 is leading the way, followed by JFF Racing GT Omega. The 104 is in second. Third is the 119 Redback Racing HBD team. It's the only Redback Racing car left out there. The other one was disqualified very earlier on today for they had a hardware failure and unfortunately rolled backwards on the track and had to call it quits. Looking at Class B, well, Evolution Racing Australia is still out there. The 228 is leading the way, and they've got the 200 Boost Juice entry of Synergy Sim Racing in second, and then third in class is the SDC Motorsport Enduro team, and they are one lap down. So it looks like the 226 Evolution Racing Australia, that was strong earlier, it's down a few laps now, so something's happened to that car while we were gone.
Yeah, a bit of a shame there. It's dropped off, and I tell you what, good to see the SDC Motorsport up there, isn't it? And All Stars as well. So going pretty good there for those two teams today.
Yeah, it certainly is. And one thing that is going well in Class C, well, Mad Cow Frida's back in front, and they're actually on the same lap. So the 333's leading. Then it's One Performance Racing. Both on the same lap, the 343, and then Swift Racing, the 363. They're one lap down but sitting in third at the moment. The cars that have gone backwards since we last were on air is Oceanic Sim Racing, the 351. They were running third, and they're down one lap and sitting there in fourth position at the moment.
A bit of a shame there, and so the Selby car is down there in I think it's in 6th in class at the moment, so got a bit of work to do for those guys as well.
Yeah, they definitely do have a bit of work now. As far as retirements go, the 311 G&T Racing looks like they have retired from today's race, as well as the 112, that's ABR Simulated 1 team, the HPD, they've retired, and Redback Racing HPD, the 118, has also retired from today's race. So all in all, 3 retirements, which considering we're at the halfway mark, that's not too bad.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good to see that few of retirements, and considering we're at this track, it's definitely not one of the easier tracks to drive at, isn't it? It's been showing that it's difficult to get around here today, so not bad considering how hard it is on track.
Yeah, that's right, but I reckon we're going to see in the next 5 hours quite a few more retirements, because the guys have had 2 fast repairs, and I reckon by the looks of some of those cars out there, they've probably used them, and they're going to have to be very careful for the next 5 hours around here. And as we've seen in the first part of this broadcast, this track does bite, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it can hurt you quite severely, and I think race control's done a fairly good initiative to stop the overtaking through the S's, because that could turn into years, because the walls are fairly close down through there, and we've seen G&T Racing how close they are even before the S's hit that wall and destroy their car. So you don't want to be going off in those sort of places, but even down the back straightaway, getting loose on here, the walls are pretty close, and they come up pretty quickly too, so you're fair fanging it along there, and yeah, you can certainly find the walls quite quickly around here.
Yeah, I reckon we've seen a few cars do that. Now, as far as cars on the lead lap, well, we've only got 2 on the lead lap. That's a 130 with Leon Tander driving that, Synergy Sim Racing Boost Juice, our leader, and the 104, Craig Edwards, is currently driving that car, and that's JFF Racing GT Amiga. So they're the only 2 on the lead lap, and then the 119 is 1 lap down, and the 177 is also a lap down. But the safety car's in, so we're going back green here, Adrian.
Yeah, should be interesting with green coming up and the boys are just rolling in. A little bit of overlapping there, but the green flag is on, and obviously time is to go now, and that's what they did, and we'll see how they go through the first few corners.
Yeah, and they're going 2 wide down through there, and Leon Tander's leading the way. He's got the 118 right behind him. They're a lap down, so no doubt they were trying to get their lap back, but they're fading a little bit now, and the Carnet TDR's right behind them. We've got Madison down in the 177 Trans-Tasman Racing car. That's he's trying to get through the traffic as well, so that he can challenge for that 3rd position on the 119.
Yeah, they're definitely going for it at the moment, and it's always been like that, isn't it, off the start. Cold tyres, so we'll see how they fare out, but they're starting to spread out already.
Yeah, they are, and it looks like we've had a clean start here. You can see Nutters Motorsport Green, I think it is, the Tryhards entry, just coming on the inside of the 177. There's nearly contact. There is contact, and the 177's around.
Yeah, it's going to happen on these restarts, unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah, and that was pretty unfortunate, but they've got quite a bit of work to do now, and I'm sure Mr. Down's not happy with that one bit. But apart from that, it looks like a fairly clean start here at Road Atlanta. Looking down at Class B, well, the 228's in front there, and I think I'm not sure if they're running, no, my paints are playing up, and we've lost the bright yellow livery. It's been replaced with a blue livery. I don't know where the heck that's come from.
With all good telemetry, Bernie, it's always exciting to see that it's playing up for you.
Yeah, that's right. We've got trading paint switched off, so it shouldn't have changed, but it has. And then it looks like the boost juice entry's also got a nice clean start there at the moment. Trying to get a gap. They're 11.6 seconds down on Evolution Racing Australia's 228 at the moment, which has now gone back to yellow.
Yeah, it's not undecided on what it wants to be at the moment there, Bernie, so it makes it very interesting viewing for sure.
Yeah, that's right. Before the complaints come in, we don't have any control over the paints at this stage, and I bear no responsibility if we have any pink cars apart from the Delta Sim Sport one out there.
Very tight here at the moment with Craig Edwards and racing on here. It's getting really close, and the aggression at the moment is just full on, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is, and we can see further back behind them another, I think that's, I'm not sure which car that is, one of the HPDs trying to get around the two prototypes there.
They're just trying to get through. It seemed a little bit unsure where everyone was going, and finally getting around now, but it takes a little bit of time because those C7s are definitely quick in a straight line.
Yeah, that's right. We just saw one of the I think it was Thunder Sim Sports going off track back there, but just looked like they outbraked themselves, and they'll continue on their merry way very shortly. It's great to see. I was going to say, for all the Mad Cow viewers out there, it's great to see Frieda's back up the front again, and that car's looking nice and straight and kept out of the wars.
Yeah, good to see them having a good run today. Looking fine at the moment, and it definitely has a following, this Frieda car. So hello all you Mad Cow followers, moo.
That was so convincing.
I'll give it another shout out later on. I'm sure I'll get a decent moo later on at the end of the broadcast.
And Lewis Kugel's back in the One Performance Racing entry as well. Not sure if he's been in it all afternoon, but he was in it when we left, and he's back out there doing some laps in that Mercedes. And apart from the scrape down the side there, that car's looking pretty straight as well.
Yeah, there's some cars out there. Obviously, some have put a quick repair in, but obviously some haven't. And the funny thing I see with that car 226 you were talking about there, Bernie, it's only had one driver going. Oh no, two. It's had two. The second driver's in there now, so just been one of those days. A few guys are there, but only on its second driver now, and the 228 is on their second driver. So they've been sitting in those cars for a while, each driver in the ERA cars.
Yeah, they've been doing some huge miles, haven't they? And the 226 looks like they've got that's probably the 200 right behind them. Bo Catel's in that car, and he's running second, so he's going to want to clear the 226 so he can chase their sister car, the 228.
Yeah, he certainly will want him to get that done and through, but he's got to have the pace to get around. I mean, yes, there are blue flags, and most of them abide by it, but you still got to find your own way around. It is multi-class racing, and you want to try and work your way back through if you're down, and you're quick enough to do it.
Yeah, that's right, and I'm sure the 226 isn't going to be in any hurry to move over here, because while Bo's having trouble here, it's helping their sister car further up the track.
as the cone's flying, and the magic cone man will come and put them back in his second now, but he's cutting a bit of liberties there for sure, seeing those cones go flying.
I reckon, and you can just see how hard Beau Catel's working at the wheels here. He's going to get impatient soon because he's going to want this car ahead of him to move over and let him get on with this race.
Now I reckon he should use this HPD that's going to go around him, and use the HPD to help him get past this C7.
Yeah, it just goes to show the pace of these cars are all pretty well even. We know the ERA cars are no slouches, and Beau's got through one. He's going to tuck in behind this HPD, and you might be right here. He's going to try and use that as a bit of a track clearing object.
Yeah, if he can hang on and use it as a pick, and might be able to sneak down inside, but geez, look at the gap he's already got on there. Is it? Whoa! That was a bit of netcode there for me. Just seeing that Mercedes go flying up in the air as Beau goes past, or did he actually get damage on that?
I can't see any damage on our pictures. There was no car flying, so it might have just been at your end, but they definitely cut it very close.
Oh man, I must have had a little bit of netcode issue there from my end, because that was so close, and just seeing that GT3 car go up in the air. But yeah, Beau's car looks like it's nice and clean again, so definitely a little bit of netcode there at that stage.
Yeah, so the gap from the 200 to the 228 is 13.7 seconds at the moment, separating those two cars. Look, getting back up the front again. The 104, our race leader, they're buried in a lot of traffic at the moment as they're going past one of the, I think that's the TD Racing Mercedes, steps out of their way.
Yeah, definitely a lot of traffic here, and that's what's about this race today, is just the amount of traffic that you'll get at some stage or another. It's not if you'll catch it, it's when you're going to catch it. It's probably always at the most unlikeliest times around this track.
Oh, exactly, and they've got the, looks like the 188 right behind them at the moment, and these guys would be keen to get a lap back. They're actually 2 laps down, or 3 laps down at the moment, as our race leader just makes a bit of a mistake there. Well, it wasn't actually, he was just trying to dodge a slower car.
It's all crazy at the moment. This, I think a lot of teams expected this out here today on this track. It's just action-packed all the way through. Oh,
it certainly is, and we're having a look. The latest penalty has been handed out to the 132 for careless driving and contact with the 177, so they've been issued a drive-through penalty.
I knew these guys at Race Control had a busy day, and they're still going, so it's not over yet, but we're halfway, so I'm sure the Race Control will be looking forward to get out of here and have a bit of a break and worry about all the other stuff in the next few days, and just get a rest from this one, because I'm sure they're pretty well stuffed by now, Bernie.
Oh, I reckon they would be, and looking at the cars on the lead lap, well, we're down to one now, and that's JFF Racing GT Amiga. They're the only car on the lead lap, as the 130's just gone down a lap, believe it or not. No, they're not, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, my telemetry's all messed up. They're 10 seconds down from the leader. Well, actually now it's gone back to a lap down, so who knows.
Yeah, I've got them at a lap down as well, so I think they may have had a pit stop as well, so I'm not sure. The pit lane doesn't look too exciting. It tells me they did it in 18 seconds, which would be a pretty quick one, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, I've got 1.1 seconds on my telemetry, so I think yours would be a bit more believable.
Oh no, this is actually pit lane, so total time spent down pit lane is 19 seconds, and considering nearly everyone's doing it, I think the quickest I had there is Redback Racing, the 119, it did it in 31 seconds, so yeah, 18.9 seconds is a little bit crazy, just me.
Yeah, I think so. And the 119, they've slipped back to 4th now, with the 177 Trans-Tasman Racing sitting in 3rd, with Madison Down driving that car.
Yeah, these guys need a little bit of luck to go their way, but I'll tell you what, the boys out there in the GT Omega Racing HBD are doing a great job today, and you know, it just goes to show, keep persisting, some things will go your way at some stage or another.
Yeah, that's right. They do eventually turn, doesn't it, the bad luck, but yeah, some of the guys out there have seen some bad luck, haven't they? And that's namely the 100 earlier on. They had some big issues with hardware failure, and they're sitting 4 laps down. But to their credit, they're still out there running. And we've got a car stopped on the front straight. Looks like the 368, I think it might be.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And that's Elliot Durrow is driving in that car, and it doesn't look like that car's going anywhere too quick, and we're under safety car here.
Yeah, that's just one thing. Even that last corner there, Bernie, you can catch you out. I've raced here and I've gone through there plenty of times before, and just taking it a little bit wrong, and you can really get it sideways and really upset your race here. And oh yeah, he's gone completely out the side there and hit the grass, and it was which way but loose, I think, but that would be a lie. It was freaking loose. It was loose as.
It certainly was, and I tell you what, next stop, brick wall or a concrete wall on the inside, and look at how hard he hit. Boy, did he hit that car hard.
Yeah, it was that hard. It went up in smoke and automatically stopped because the engine just said, "Yep, I'm dead."
Yeah, pretty much. That's possibly game over for that car if they don't have any more fast repairs. They'll be sitting there for quite some time, and it looks like they're going to be getting towed, so we'll have to wait and see. But that brings out another safety car.
Who would have expected we get another safety car?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll tell you what, Matthew Barron here was quite lucky that he didn't overtake the All-Star Motorsports C7 there, and he was quite lucky he didn't hit the actually Mercedes while he was going past it as well.
Yeah, and they would have come across that car pretty quick, wouldn't they, in the HPDs. I've just been counting our safety cars here, and it appears that we've had 7 since the start of this race, so that's roughly one per hour, or a bit more than 1 per hour at this stage.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? Sort of reminisce back to Bathurst, very similar sort of situation, but yeah, it's just been a crazy day altogether at the moment.
Yeah, certainly is, and the safety car's at the head of the field now, just passed through, literally, Craig Edwards. That's a good thing about the safety car. It's more like a ghost car, isn't it? There's no collision detection on it.
Yeah, it is. It's a funny little thing, that safety car. Bathurst is the funniest thing with that car, isn't it? You see it going through walls and popping back out in the middle of the track. So yeah, that's a fun little car, that safety car.
It certainly is. And it looks like we've got Lewis Kugeley down in the room. So if we bring him up, did you want to have a quick chat with Lewis? He's from One Performance Racing.
Yeah, bring Lewis up. Hey Lewis, welcome to the RRTV comms box. Race so far for you guys, looking okay?
Yeah, hi guys, been a while. Yeah, looked good. Like I said, I think we're kicked overall in class on the lead lap behind Roadhouse, so we've got to keep plugging away. We've had ups and downs, but the car feels good, so we're getting there.
Yeah, no, it's good to see you guys up there. Actually, in second at the moment, aren't you? So it's not a bad position. So pushing along there, and Jeff's in the car at the moment. So we're over halfway. So everything's looking good. How's your quick repairs going? I think you're probably one of the few teams that haven't used one yet.
No, I used one. I was the car driving around the truck about an hour ago, smoking the whole thing up. So I've used one, but got another one to spare, and pretty confident in the Jeff and just ability to bring it home. So we're going okay. We've just got to stay clean, stay consistent, play smart. Because like I said, there might be both putting in effort. I think it's a battle of attrition out there. You just got to be patient, and it's a long game, 10 hours. So in there in the last hour, you got to resolve on your hands. So we've just got to keep that up. And yeah, I'm done for the day now. So that's the most your boys.
Yeah, I've just said you've been in the car a fair bit of the time. You've probably put in the most there today. So that was the plan all day, just to put in that sort of time today?
No, because work. Man, I've got work about an hour and a half time. And, Jeff has to have us before 7 o'clock. So the goal was, well, we did 6 hours at Glen last night, and I didn't get out of that until 5 a.m. And then, yeah, just on this morning, yeah, the goal was to give me a long meal stint. Because my pace was quite good. I haven't really put much time in this car. I bought it on Friday night, so we're just got to keep that consistent pace going. And yeah, I was pretty surprised what the pace was in the 18. So only a couple of tenths of the mark here. We were struggling with a bit of consistency, and I made a mistake, but that was going well.
Yeah, and a new team for you this season. How's that going for yourself now, like running with these guys?
Running with these guys is great, so we've like to go for a long time. I'm enjoying much fun there, doing something different. And Scotty and the rest of the boys with me on board, and really enjoying it at the moment. So I haven't had much time racing between work and uni, but apart from that, we're going really well. And like I said, I want to continue my involvement in the team more and do a few more races with the guys, and really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's good to see, mate. I'm glad you're enjoying the change to Scotty. I mean, soon he'll get you up there and do a little bit of race control for him as well, so he doesn't have to be stuck at it like he is today. I know it's a bit of a hard one for these guys today.
Yeah, they're down to my manpower, but they do a good job, you know. Like I said, we guys been playing last year and a half or 2 years and moved on quite a lot. It's a testament to the hard work of those guys doing, you know, the practice is great, you know. There's 40 odd cars out there today, so it means the numbers stay up and the racing is as good as it is. You know, it's multi-class racing on a sim is quite different to multi-class racing in real life. You don't have that risk element, but I think in general most of the teams are showing a lot of respect. And we got one off the penalty in the first hour, but I understand why. And so hopefully those guys can keep up the good work. And once I get the new computer, I'm more than happy to come on here and do a bit of race control.
Yeah, so once you finish here and you're off to work, you're going to sneak the YouTube channel on, mate, and follow the coverage for a little bit if you can.
I've got a half an hour break, so I'm going to try to get the half an hour in the last half an hour of the race. I hope that the boys have got a big group chat going on and keeping us updated all the time, so it's really good to see. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm just happy with just how we've gone. New car for me, just slowly learning multi-class racing, and you know, Dylan's getting better and better each week. You know, his result in that spot last round was fantastic. So we're slowly moving in the right direction. It's a new combination for us. Some of the guys have moved down from the DP to GT3 class, and they're really enjoying it. So it's good to do something different, and hopefully we can have a good result for the boys.
Yeah, no, awesome racing, mate. And, good to see that you're enjoying this time there with Scotty and the boys, and enjoying the car, considering you haven't been in there long, but looking for bigger and better things. We know you're quick in generally anything you do. I know you're really a gun at the BMW, but jump in this Mercedes, see how it's going at the moment. Probably the best Mercedes, and it was looking like it was an Audi track, but you're just starting to show that consistency is winning out over pure pace. So well done. And before we let you go, I might get our shout out to your sponsors, if you can remember them, and have a good day, mate.
Yeah, thank you. So before I give a shout out to the sponsors, I just want to say well done to our sister car currently leading the GT Omega car. They've done a really good job. Our Harper, Daco boys in the P1 class, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. Had an up and down day today, but I'll come home and get a finish. To our sponsors, TPR Engineering, GT Omega Racing, Daco Motorsports, Dynamic Sim Racing, Noex Constructions, and GTI. So I think I've nailed them all. I've got it up on the computer at the moment. Hopefully Scotty's happy with that effort. And yeah, hopefully we have a strong end of the race, and obviously thanks to you guys and obviously to the AEC organisers for the continued hard work and their dedication to the series. So yeah, thanks guys. See you soon.
And safety car lights are out, so we're going to go green very shortly. We've actually got the GT Omega guys down there in the green room waiting to come up for a quick chat. I'm not sure if we should risk having him in the commentary box on restart though. What do you think?
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing. We might wait until we get the restart, get a couple of laps under our belts before we bring him up here, because we really don't want to get him up here just in case something goes pear-shaped for those guys.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly the same thing. They've got the cask entry right behind them, which is a lap down, but that's a very fast car as well. And just having a look at where Tyson Williams, Synergy Sim Racing, they've got quite a few cars to clear before they can have a crack at the GT Omega car. Probably about 7 or 8 cars between them at this stage.
Yes, quite a few cars there, so depending on what they want to do, look, as a leader you wouldn't want the cask entry there to shoot by. You want to hold them back. You don't want anyone trying gain laps back, because obviously they could come back and fight you for that top step on the podium there. So you won't want to let them through at any stage and just hold them back as much as you can. And I don't think he's going to be allowed to do that. I'm sure someone else got penalised for trying to warm up their tyres on a restart.
Yeah, there's a few out there weaving, and I'm sure if other teams see that, there'll be a protest lodged. And yeah, the GT Omega car, they've got a lap up on all their competitors, so as you said, they're not going to want to have any of these cars come back on the same lap as them. They're going to want to manage this gap now that they've worked a 1 lap lead on everyone.
Well, you're exactly right there, Bernie, as the safety car pulls in and we're getting ready to go green, and they'll probably start very soon.
Yeah, green flag now, and GT Omega's got a good start. And oh, we've got a car into the wall. That's a cask car. They're coming back on the track, and we could go straight under yellow here by the looks of it.
Just depends if they can get back out.
Yeah, that's Sam Sutton in the wall back there, I think. So we'll see if they can get that car moving. Otherwise, we're going to be straight under yellow yet again.
Yeah, he's underway, but yeah, no front nose on that thing at all. So, geez, not very good for the Team 188 today. Bernie, they're struggling, aren't they?
They certainly are, and Sam Sutton was behind the wheel of that car, and he's got it going, but I tell you what, he was lucky he didn't get cleaned up on that restart, because he would have been right on the racing line there.
Yeah, very, very fortunate. He can catch you out, like I said earlier, with the Blackadder car. It's a tricky corner. I've been caught out there once before. I felt comfortable around this track. It's probably one of my other favourite tracks to be here, but just that last corner, getting in there, you can get it wrong, and if you do, it just bites you really, really hard.
Oh, it certainly does. There's not a lot of runoff there at all, is there? You've got cement walls both sides of the track, and if you don't get the outer wall, you're definitely going to get the inside wall, because it tends to throw you that way towards that inside wall when you're getting into a bit of a slide.
Yeah, it certainly does, and I think because he's hit the ripple strip, it's got it loose. It's unsettled the car, and then it's just got this tank slapper in, and it's picked up the grip, and it's just pointed him to the straight to the outside wall, and he's rolling back. But he's got his foot on the brake, and I'll tell you what, yeah, so lucky he hasn't got collected here. He's had peace of mind to roll back onto the grass to get off that racing line, but still lucky not to get hit at any stage, because the cars are definitely running out wide there, and quite lucky indeed not to get taken out there.
Yeah, that's for sure. And a bit of a exciting start there, but GT Amigas now, they're getting quite a bit of a gap over the rest of the field, and starting to stretch their legs. And I tell you what, this car is definitely on the pace out there today.
Yeah, just showing their heels today. They're going really well today, and it's good to see. Like, good to see so many cars just doing so well at different stages throughout this season, and just doing a great job today, I think.
Yeah, definitely doing a fantastic job, and it might be safe now to bring up Craig's teammates, and we'll have a bit of a chat with them.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hi Josh and Scott, welcome to RRTV's Combox. We thought we'd wait for the restart to make sure nothing went wrong with your car before we brought you guys up here for a bit of a chat.
Yeah, wow, what a restart. That was definitely interesting, not something you expect to see from the TTL boy. But yeah, anyway, we weren't complaining, gave us a bit of a gap to push on, so yeah, starting to make our way back through that traffic again. So yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah, it certainly was an interesting start, and I'll tell you what, that 188 was lucky they didn't get cleaned up, because I was sitting right on that racing line. But it looks like your car's the only one on the lead lap at the moment, so it sounds like you've managed to keep that car out of trouble.
So yeah, we've had a pretty stress race for the most part. But yeah, worked a bit of strategy with the last safety car. That got us a fairly big gap. So
yeah, and Scott, we saw you earlier in that car. I think you did a double stint or more. How's that car handling out there?
Yeah, I started the race Bernie and did a double stint to start off. It was a bit sketchy on the first lap. I think I went off about 3 times, which was quite embarrassing. Tyres were like absolutely like I was driving on ice. It was pretty eventful for 2 hours in the car. I think I got shunted from behind by a HPD car, and also got turned around and put into a wall by a GT3 car. So we're actually lucky that we didn't get too much damage out of that and didn't lose too much time. And now, after that last pit stop, we just basically got a whole free pit stop on the field, because we actually brought the car in a few seconds before the safety car came up. Just lucky. It worked out well.
It certainly did. And how's the fast repairs going for you guys? You got one up your sleeve?
Yeah, we got a few.
That's good to hear. And what about you, Josh? Have you managed to turn a wheel yet, or will we see you in that car later on?
yeah, I jumped. Oh, it's about close to 2 hours ago now since I've been out. So yeah, I've done a double. Yeah, so when I come out of the pits, brought it back up to second, only 5 seconds off the lead, 35. So that was quite a decent stint on my behalf. Not talking myself up or anything, but yeah, overall as a team, I was pretty happy with that. So yeah, now it's just so we've got to lap up on everyone. It's just trying to maintain that for the rest of the race. Don't have to do anything stupid now. So yeah, it's not like we have to defend off everyone at the moment. So.
Yeah, and I guess on the same token though, on these restarts, you don't exactly want to have any of these cars getting their lap back either.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got to play the game right. if a car gets our lap back and it's a safety car, well, that's gonna suffice. But yeah, at the moment we've got pretty good over the top guys, so yeah, all about maintaining that lap.
Yeah, and I guess later on tonight we'll see one of you guys back in this car. We're actually going to be back on there tonight at 7 PM, so what's the plans there? I guess Craig's out there probably double stinting, and then one of you guys will jump back in?
Yeah, one of us will jump in, me or Josh, and then yeah, we'll see what happens towards the end.
Yeah.
We'll just see how it goes, I think. Just
Yeah.
got a long way to go. See how it plays out.
That's right, and as always, Scott, you're playing your cards close to your chest, and that's good to see.
Yeah, mate, you can't give too much away here. But,
Yeah, fair enough. Well, before we let you go, do you guys want to give a shout out to all your sponsors out there? And it's looking good for your sister car as well in Class C.
yeah, the boys in the 343 did an awesome job, so the awesome stay there. It's unlucky the hardware issues that the 100 boys had, so we keep it up now. I think we'll be very happy as a team with the result. But yeah, I'd like to thank our sponsors, GT Omega Racing, of course, was made Beko, TPO Engineering, actually a new sponsor brought on board last week, Dynamic Sim Racing, Mulex Sim Instruments, and GTI Springs.
Fantastic. We'll let you go, guys, and best of luck for the rest of the race. You've only got another 4 hours, 22 minutes to go.
Yeah, only. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so our race leaders back in traffic again, but they're managing to pick their way through without any further issues there.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it, to catch back up to the traffic? But I think this was part of what's going to happen here. And the biggest thing is, like, you get a HPD get caught behind a C7, which is caught behind a GT3. That's where it makes it interesting.
Well, it certainly does, and I tell you what, another thing interesting in Class B is the 200 Boost Juice entry. Bo Cattell is leading that class. He's just got past the 228 with Anthony Manzarella, but Anthony's right behind him, so these guys are actually racing for position at the moment.
Yeah, and speaking of the car 200, I believe we've got Brenton Hobson down there from that team as well, so we got one more there, and I think that's going to be close to us wrapping up interviews. I don't think we'll fit one more in after that one.
Yeah, I think you're right. I might bring him up, and you can have a chat with Brenton if you like.
Yeah, I'll have a chat to Brenton. Hey Brenton, welcome to the RRTV comms box. Race is progressing quite well for you guys at the moment, even after the big hairy start that we've had through this race.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, no, the race is pretty good for us at the minute. Both of our, well, we've got 3 cars in the race, but 2 of them are nearly at the very front of the field. So yeah, it's been a pretty hairy sort of a race. You're exactly right. The traffic is pretty wild out there, but we're chugging along okay and looking pretty good at the minute.
Yeah, I think it's just a combination of this, really, isn't it? And being multi-class, it was really going to be one of the worst tracks for traffic, realistically, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, on paper, you sort of knew coming into this race that it was going to be a day of patience. You know, speed and all that sort of stuff is certainly helpful, but at the end of the day, you have to stay out of trouble and just be extremely patient around all the other cars.
Yeah, which has been something that's been on some of these drivers' minds, has it? Definitely seen some risque moves here from some drivers, and when you're looking at it at the moment now, your car is just at the front of this angry mob here. It's getting a little bit hair-raising, and it's just crazy sort of stuff at the moment.
Yeah, there's varying levels of aggression. Let's go with that. Some people are a lot more friendly to race around than others. I understand especially with the HPDs, I think I understand the frustration. I find it hard enough in a C7 when you've got GT3 cars all around you. It's very frustrating. Obviously the HPDs even more so. Some, I can only speak to what I've seen. Some of the HPD guys have been pretty aggressive through a few big pipe bombs and stuff. But at the end of the day, that was always going to be the problem. And that was something that we were going to see throughout the whole field all day long, really, I thought.
Yeah, it's just been one of those weird races, hasn't it? Even from the start of the race, I think we knew the traffic through this race was just going to be an issue on itself. But I think it's just been a really weird race. We're talking to Bernie, it's just a really crazy race today for whatever reason. It's just a crazy one. Things were going on from the word go, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Like it's really a track that, as much as I enjoy driving it, I think it's a very good track. It probably isn't that well suited to this specific sort of style of racing. You've got 3 different cars as far as classes goes. They all have varying speeds, and you've got a track that's, well, in our car we're doing 14 minute 15 second lap time. So it's a very short track. We've got 50 odd teams. We've got a varying group of cars as far as their speed, and then even within each class you have some guys that are quick and some that are slow. So it's a real bullring of a sort of place, and then you throw into that the fact that it's corners and whole sections of track where you really can't go side by side, and it just probably, it's a bit of a pressure cooker really. Everyone's got a lot of stress throughout the whole race.
And I believe at the start race control put something down about the S's there, no overtaking through the S's, which I think is some sort of a bit of a good initiative, because I know that the HPDs is just ultra grippy through there, but in saying that though, you could make a mistake and take out quite a few different people in that respect.
Yeah, I think race control's decisions implement some ground rules, I guess you'd call them, for the race, to sort of eliminate what would almost certainly be a problem. If you were to send cars side by side down through that turns 3, 4, 5 sort of area, I guarantee that you'd see cars in the fence, and no one wants to spend the whole race, trotting around behind the safety car. It's no fun at all. So, I think it's probably just as well that they sort of said, basically, don't do it. It makes for interesting racing. You're racing side by side with someone. Like, we're very close to the ERA car at the front of the field at the minute, and even at the minute for us, you get caught behind a GT car and you're sort of frustrated coming down through there. You're losing time to the other guy, but then next lap around it could be the other way where you make time. It sort of comes and goes. You have to just understand that's the way that it's going to be, and try and keep cool when really all things tell you just want to go faster.
Yeah, that's about it, and that's what we've been trying to sum it up. It's good always to get the drivers in here to point that out a lot more. But get back to the car. How are you guys going? Have you got any quick repairs, or have you got them all up your sleeve at the moment, and you're clear for the rest of the race?
I'm not quite sure about our other cars, but the Car 200 hasn't had the greatest luck, I suppose, with that side of it. As Wayne has a bit of a Bo has a bit of a slide through the corner. Yeah, the quick repair side of stuff, we got cannoned into at the very start of the race by a HPD down at the final chicane, so that kind of chopped up one of our fast repairs very, very early on. And then I had to lose by myself in a my stint and collected a GT car. Who's an innocent bystander, but that unfortunately completely ruined our second fast repair, so we are sort of hanging in there now for the rest of the race, hoping that we don't see too many more problems.
Yeah, so you're sort of on the back now for a little while, unfortunately, because I know drivers are definitely keen to hang on to those as much as possible, so they've got them at the end of the race if they need them, so a little bit of work for you guys to try and keep this thing clean at the moment.
Yeah, it's very concerning. Like, you never want to use a fast repair for your own mistake, which is kind of a bit bitter for me. I was cruising along and having what I felt like was a pretty good drive, and then to go and ruin it on yourself. That's something that you never want to do. Ultimately, those fast repairs, you want to use them if something unforeseen happens where you get tangled up in someone else's problem, that's really why you want them there. But you know, it's a long way to go now, and we just sort of have to hope that we don't have any more problems. You know, you could go through this whole race and not use one, so we can only hope. You know, but I guess the key is to just not use any of your own doing if you can help it. But unfortunately, I didn't see any favours in that regard today.
And are you going to jump back into this the C7 today?
We haven't really talked about it as far as who's going to do what. We're sort of just playing it by ear. I may end up getting back in, although in saying that, with the crash I had earlier, I might be happy just to sit out and let the other guys look after it. They're doing a good job. Bo's done on a second part of his stint now, I think, and he's got good speed. We've got Michael obviously as well, that will almost certainly get back for, knowing him, probably a pretty long run towards the end. So we'll just play it by ear. We'll sort of see what Michael and Bo want to do, and I'm happy to do sort of whatever. But we'll play it by ear. I might end up getting back in. We'll see.
Yeah, and how's with the track temperature nice and low? I take it your fuel numbers will be burning off a lot quicker than your tyres today.
Yeah, tyres holding up fairly well. I think I nearly did the second fastest lap of my first stint on the last lap before I pitted when all the fuel came out. The counter side to the tyre side of it is coming out of the pits, the car's just evil for the first lap without any tyre warmers, as we know with the C7. They're a bit of a handful on the cooler track, so we would have probably preferred warmer weather. That's what we've sort of been practicing in all week. Fuel burn, everyone's in the same boat, so I haven't really looked to see how we compare to earlier in the week in the warmer temperatures. You probably see a little bit more fuel burn, like you say, but at the same time, everyone's going to be the same for that, so not really concerned by it.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I've just about run out of questions for you today, Brenton. So what we might get you to do is put a shout out there to your sponsors, and we'll let you get back to it, jump in with your team, and watch the rest of the race, man.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me up here. I always appreciate getting to come and have a chat with you guys. Yeah, I guess before I go, just a quick shout out for Boost Juice. We've obviously got the C7 at the minute leading Class B, and we've got the HPD as well, which is in second place overall, and fighting to get that lap back and hopefully race for the win up there as well. And we have got our second C7 in the race today, which is the Eaton C7, so a quick shout out for those guys as well.
Fantastic. Well, it's looking good for Synergy Sim Racing out there. Two classes and both cars in the podium positions at this point in time.
Yeah, good job. And you know, I think that was a really good sum up there from Brenton about how hard it is to get through this track with the cars. So just reiterates what we've been talking about too, doesn't it, Ben? It's just so hard in this track to get some overtaking done and in just different sections to try and do it off cleanly, and it's good to see that it's sort of working out on here. We've had a few silly moments, and that's why we've had some safety cars, but you know, like I said, some bold moves from some of these drivers, but I think we've seen that throughout the whole series.
Oh, we have, and we've seen some aggressive moves out there today, to say the least, and we've also seen some good measured driving, and it seems like the good measured driving is what's going to succeed around here today.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we know at the moment there the car 200, it's got no more quick repairs, so they're wanting for a nice clean race to the end, and I hope they get it, because they're a really good team, aren't they? That's why they've got the 200 on the side of this car, is because they won the championship last season, so and doing a fantastic job again this season as well, and being up the front, that's where you need to be if you're in a good team, and they're doing a great job, and hopefully they can keep it clean for the rest of the race.
Yeah, that's right, and for just over 4 hours to go until the end of this race, and we saw in the last 3 hours quite a bit of change going on throughout the field, and no doubt when we come back tonight at 7 o'clock in approximately, 2 hours time, there'll be more changes to go through as well. But at the moment, the 104 is leading. They're a lap up on everyone in Class A, and no doubt that's the way they're going to want to keep it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, once you get in the lead, and if you've lapped a few guys, the whole idea is just to get that big advantage on them, just in case anything untoward does happen, and you've got that buffer there. But generally, you just want to keep pushing and demoralise your competition, don't you? You just want to make sure that they feel the hurt that you're inflicting on them.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and you don't want to make it easy for any of them out there, and that's exactly what they're going to do. You know, what do you call it? Turn the screw and the rest of it. But let's go through the top 3 positions in each class, just to sum up this 1 hour update. So GT Omega JFF Racing are leading the way. They're 1 lap up on the 177 Trans-Tasman Racing. Madison Downs in driving that car at the moment, so they're in second. And then the 130, Tyson Williams is driving that car as he's flashing his headlights and he gets through all that traffic. He's not that far down, you know, from the second position at this stage. He's 3 seconds down as he just sort of goes across a few ripple strips there. So that's your top 3 in Class A. Looking at Class B at the moment, and we have the Synergy Sim Racing sister car leading the way, the 200. Bo Catel's behind the wheel of that car. And then in second we have Evolution Racing Australia, the 228. And just trying to look at the gap there, it's about 37 seconds at this stage. And then we have the 226, the other Evolution Racing Australia, and they're 1 lap down and running in third in Class B as he again goes and flicks all those cones across the top. Looking at Class C, the 333 Frida Mad Cow is leading the way once again in that class. And then they've got the 363 Swift Racing in second. So these guys are definitely finding their way to the pointy end of this class and doing a fantastic job out there. And then we have the 343, not too far down the track, probably about 3 seconds down, and trying to close that gap. Now, as far as retirements go, folks, we have had a number of them. The 368 is the latest in retirements. We saw that car earlier on in this broadcast hitting the wall heavily, and unfortunately that car could not be repaired, so they're done for the day. Also, the 311 G&T racing car has retired. The 112 and the 118 have both retired. They retired very early on in this race. And so 4 retirements now. No doubt Adrian will see more as this race progresses.
So we probably will get a few more retirements, just because we just heard there from Boost Juice Entry in the C7. They're on there. No more quick repairs, so and they're one of the top teams, so I'm sure a lot of these other teams will also be hanging on the fine-tooth comb of trying to make it to the end without any quick.
Yeah, that's right, and that's going to be now a matter of survival for the next 4 hours here at Road Atlanta. And as far as survival goes, folks, it's our time to get back off here again and have another break, but we'll be back tonight at 7 p.m. to call this race live through to the end. The race is due to finish at about 9 p.m. tonight, and then we'll have post-race interviews after that. So, Adrian, it's time for us to go off and think about dinner and It's going to be an early tea for me, and then back here at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Out of here, we'll get sorted out for dinner, and then come back for the last couple of hours and watch how crazy this race is.
Yeah, that's right. And anyway, folks, we'll see you back tonight at 7 p.m. for the final part of this race. We hope you're enjoying the RRTV broadcast, and we look forward to your company later on tonight.